Here's the stark fact about your translation quotes. If all they do is provide a bunch of information, you're almost certainly missing out on jobs you might otherwise get. That's because to be consistently successful, your quotes also have to be carefully written, well-directed marketing. They need to showcase your expertise and your professionalism. In this video, we're going to show you how to do precisely that, and so increase your chances of landing more work. Hi, I'm Dennis Brown, and I've been refining our own translation quote templates and wording over many years, and this video shares what we've learnt. I'm going to first of all give you 4 golden rules to keep your quotes on track, then quickly cover the 12 essential elements you need to write into every quote. But first, you may not yet be convinced that this marketing aspect is really as important as I've made it out to be. Well, consider this. In assessing your quote, clients aren't just looking for your price and time frame. They'll also be weighing up if they can trust you to produce a good translation and if you're going to be easy and professional to deal with. And these things are a big deal for clients. After all, they're not going to assign the translation of their important business materials to someone they're unsure about. And imagine 2 essentially equal quotes, but where one shines in its presentation, clarity and professionalism, and the other is bare bones and unengaging. It's pretty obvious which one a client will choose. Simply put, quotes that don't broadcast loud and clear that you can be trusted to do a good job and will be great to work with will be bypassed in favour of those that do. Okay, so here are our 4 golden rules to improve your translation quote writing success. Rule 1. Keep it brief. Only include the essentials in your quote. By that I mean content that defines the project and business relationship, protects you from the unexpected, or sells your expertise and professionalism. Including a whole bunch of other information or additional terms and conditions is almost certainly counterproductive. For everything you're tempted to include or explain, ask yourself what you're gaining by including it and whether it couldn't be left out. This should ensure everything in your quote has a clear purpose and keep the overall length down. Rule number 2. Ensure everything is crystal clear. It's vital you nail down exactly what you're agreeing to do, what you're going to deliver, and what happens if things change. A crystal clear project description will make it obvious when subsequent requests and changes are out of scope and so chargeable as extra work. Don't leave anything open to interpretation. Now here's a great tip. Put yourself in the shoes of someone unfamiliar with translation and imagine what they might assume from your quote. Then cover off any possible wrong assumptions with crystal clear wording. And here's something else. Precise, clear-cut wording also sends a strong message you know what you're doing and are professional in your business dealings, which is exactly what you want. Rule number 3. Portray a professional image. Translation quotes that are professionally laid out and presented instill confidence that you are a professional, easy to deal with, and will do a great job. But an amateurish, cluttered or overly legalese quote gives the opposite impression. Create that professional image through appealing branding, faultless formatting and plenty of white space. Use the free templates on our website or source or create your own. And rule number 4, protect yourself. Here are 3 areas where things can get problematic with translation projects and you can build in some level of protection in your quote wording. Firstly, getting paid. The key here is ensuring both your fees and payment terms are clearly stated so there can be no ambiguity or grounds for dispute. Secondly, charging for extra work. We think this one is so important we recommend including a specific clause in your quotes, and I'll discuss that shortly. And thirdly, client review or criticism. This one is trickier because you need to avoid giving a negative impression. But we suggest adding some subtle and innocuous looking wording to your additions and amendments clause. Now with those rules in mind, here are the 12 essential elements every translation quote should have. 1. Letterhead and contact details. We strongly recommend using a Word or design program template for your translation quotes and sending them as PDF attachments with an email cover letter. That way you can incorporate a smart, well-designed logo and letterhead that will market you as a professional. Number 2, a heading. Your template should be headed quotation or translation quotation, so anyone seeing it will know immediately what your document is. Element number 3, client name. As well as the company or organisation, we recommend including the name of the person who's requested the quote. This personalises things a little and can help strengthen your business relationship with that person and even get you the job. Number 4. Project details. It's critical you very clearly specify what the project entails. This includes the precise texts to be translated, the languages, processes, and if necessary, what isn't included, but could be assumed to be. This has several benefits. Firstly, it will portray you as professional and organised. Secondly, it will help identify any incorrect assumptions or differences in understanding between you and your client. And thirdly, it will make it clear when subsequent client requests are additional work beyond the initial project scope. Element 5. Deliverables. It's a good safeguard to specify the type of file and sometimes the layout you'll be delivering, just in case your client gives you one thing but somehow expects something quite different back. Number 6. Price and currency. As your price will be one of the main things your client will look for, we recommend making it stand out. And make sure to indicate whether and what taxes are included. Number 7. Turnaround time. This is something else your client will be looking for, so we again recommend featuring it prominently. There are 2 issues to consider. Firstly, whether to state a definite delivery time or a date range. And secondly, whether to set a comfortable or a tight time frame. We discuss these questions in some detail in our blog article with sample wording for different scenarios. Component 8. Payment terms. Now these could be included in a set of general terms of sale that you link to, but we think it's better to reference them directly in your quote. It sure helps with debt collection when you can say, our quote specifically mentioned our payment terms and by accepting the quote you agree to those terms. This way clients can't use the excuse they didn't know what your terms were. We recommend adopting terms that are standard business practice in your country. However, for individual clients, we suggest collecting payment in advance. Element 9. Additions and amendments. We strongly recommend a clause specifically for charges for extras. That way clients can't claim they didn't know about it or somehow expected the extra work to be included in your quoted price. As always though, clarity is key. Your clause must clearly define what constitutes an extra and how it will be charged. Have a look at the suggested wording in our blog article. This has worked extremely well for us over many years. Number 10. Other terms. Here you can link to your general terms of sale on your website. And you can also specify any processes, requirements or client undertakings that are essential to the project and therefore your quote. And consider stating any assumptions your quote is based on if you think there's a chance they could unravel. Element 11. Date and validity. It goes without saying that all quotes should be dated. And because clients can take a long time to decide to proceed, consider making your quote valid for a specific period only or to a fixed date. Component 12. Name and signature. People much prefer dealing with individuals rather than faceless organisations. So including your name and signature in your template personalises your quote and can make a difference. That's it, the 12 essentials to ensure your quotes have the ideal content. But wait. Remember we said when clients are assessing your quotes, they'll be looking for assurance on 2 fronts, that you will produce a good translation and you'll be easy to deal with. Well, these guidelines will have gone a long way towards showing you're professional and will be great to deal with. But have we done enough to convince them that you're also a top-flight translator? Because this is so crucial to the success of your quotes, we recommend adding an additional 13th element designed specifically to drive that message home. Number 13, your marketing component. It really doesn't matter where you add this component, just as long as it's effective. You should highlight the key features of your service offer, that is, why your clients should choose you. And use some marketing flair to show you're confident in your expertise and service. And a bit of design flair is also beneficial. It tells your client you care about appearance and value quality. That's it, your formula for writing translation quotes that excel in the marketing aspects that are so vital for success. Now make sure you visit our blog article for further information, proven wording you can use or adapt, and a free checklist. And while you're there, check out our other popular guides and articles for freelancers. If you like this video, please share the link and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And of course we have several other videos you might like as well. Thanks for watching.